Today I'm restarting the NFL from scratch with a fantasy draft, but it's not going to be so simple. There's 3 different draft challenges we have to complete with the goal of winning a total of at least 30 games today. And unfortunately, if we fail, I gotta give Madden 26 away to one of you in the comments. Lucky for me, in challenge 1 here, I get to draft however I want, but I'm not going to get that luxury again today. Now here at the start, already possibly the most important button press of the entire video, as we start this draft, the game will randomly generate our draft order. And to be able to get one of the best players in the draft, we probably need to get like a top 5, top 10 pick, and we legitimately somehow, someway landed pick number 3. Oh my gosh, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I don't know if I've ever got this high of a pick in a fantasy draft. Like, do I go Lamar Jackson, Justin Jefferson? What do I do here? I go Pat Mahomes? I think I have got to go quarterback. I never ever get this opportunity. You already had Joe Burrow, Josh Allen go off the board. What's interesting is Joe Burrow who ends up being the number 1 pick because, as mentioned, I could draft Lamar Jackson here, who is one of the only 299 rated quarterbacks in the entire game. Now, quickly, I do want to note, because you guys might be wondering why all these defensive tackles are 99 rated. It's just a visual glitch. They're not actually 99s. I don't know what's going on with the D tackle position, but they're real overall. They have the real ratings. It just says 99 for some reason. So don't worry about this. Just all the D tackles are overall looks like it's a little juiced. But fellas, I think I would be an idiot if we didn't go ahead and draft Lamar Jackson himself, as I believe this could not have got off to any better of a start, boys. He looks so happy. We also get the 3rd pick in the 2nd round. Now, who even is available at this point in time? You still have Saquon Barkley, Chris Jones, Lane Johnson. There's a bunch of 99s, dudes. Jahmyr Gibbs is still here. Some good offensive linemen. This is tricky. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The idea of pairing Lamar Jackson with Saquon Barkley is kind of nasty. Now, I do want to see what kind of wide receivers are out there in the universe. You still have Terry Mack, AJ Brown, Mike Evans. We definitely want to get ourselves a stud wide receiver to give Lamar Jackson, but I think the best course of action here, which I could be wrong, this is legitimately my first fantasy draft on Madden 26. I'm going to go ahead and add another member of the 99 club to our offense, which hopefully can lead us to maybe even a Super Bowl our first year. So I do want to point out, if at any time today we do win a Super Bowl, we automatically complete today's challenge. So let's lock the frick in here with our 3rd round selection, and there's still some 99, well actually just one real 99 overall. So I have Derrick Henry, George Kittle out there. I feel like I should have not taken Saquon, because you still have Derrick Henry and Jahmyr Gibbs available. And I could just take Penei Sewell here, one of the best tackles in the league, arguably the best tackle. But again, Lane Johnson, a 3rd member of the 99 club. I know he's 35, but we only need him to be good for 1 singular season. So, just call me crazy, but Lane Johnson is going to be the selection here, boys, and hopefully it's not a big mistake. Now, what do we do here in the 4th round? See, like, Derrick Henry's still there, some insane offensive linemen. Now, I want to give Lamar Jackson at least one good weapon at wide receiver, but I just don't know if any of these guys are actually worth taking at this point. Do I just pair him up with Zay Flowers again? I mean, like I said, we still have some stud offensive linemen out there, although we haven't picked defense yet. I feel like defense, you know, is pretty important, so we might need to go ahead and draft somebody on the defense side of the football, but who though? Safety still looks extremely nice. Now, my question is, corner goes really fast. Should I go ahead and make sure I get myself a solid corner? I'm looking at JC Horn here. He is a scheme fit. Let's make sure we get at least one solid cornerback. JC Horn, welcome to Nashville as our first drafted defensive player in all of Madden 26. See, like, Cooper DeJean just went in the 5th round. Hopefully that makes me feel validated here. As you see, I mean, yeah, Carlton Davis still there, Trayvon Diggs, but I'm kind of glad we went corner last round. How about safety? We still have, Harrison Smith is the top safety now. We still have Brian Branch. You know what? Make sure we get ourselves a stud safety. Again, I could be making a mistake here. I'm just going with my gut, fellas. Brian Branch. At least we got a young player added to the squad. Although, at the end of the day, dude, he has got to get rid of that Lions bandana. Now, it's round 6 here where I go ahead and get myself a wide receiver. I mean, you still have 97 Trent Williams. We need to keep this in mind, dude. Like, there's still some studs left on the board. Still in round 6, some 90-plus rated running backs. What about wide receiver, though? You have Chris Godwin, Cortland Sutton. I feel like we do need to get Lamar a good receiver, but should I go Chris Godwin, Cortland Sutton? You know what, dude? dude, Chris Godwin. I feel like this is a nice pairing with Lamar Jackson. Hopefully, he can put up 1,000 yards for us. Why are they wearing the wrong bandana? Now, what can we pull off here in round number 7? I might honestly... Ooh, Travis Kelce's there. We'll get a stud offensive tackle, which we obviously are going to need eventually. Now, defensive end is already starting to look a little scarce, which is not good. The tackle still looks decent. What about wide receiver? Do I go back-to-back receiver and call it quits there? Or do I just go ahead and add Travis Kelce? I mean, he's 35, highest rated player left in the draft. I mean, screw it, dude. Let's build the old person's home here. Welcome to Nashville. What's the talent now looking like here in round number 8? I mean, did I just keep going top player on the board here? Do we get ourselves a franchise left tackle in Deion Dawkins? I mean, we need somebody to protect Lamar Jackson's blind side. Let's do it. Simple pick. Let's not overthink it. Now, I feel like I've absolutely got to move on to defense here. Probably need to spend like 2 or 3 picks in a row on defense, to be honest with you. Okay, so Harrison Smith is still there, so I probably could get him at a bargain a little bit later. Still got some goodwill linebackers out there. Matt Milano, Drew Tranquill, J.O.K. Bobby Wagner, Levante David still there, so maybe again I could sneak in a goodwill linebacker pick later. Sam linebacker is destroyed, dude. Oh my God. I might not even pick one. I might let the computer take one for me later. Or should I just go ahead and take a defensive tackle over one of these remaining edges? I mean, like, Bradley Chubb could be nice here. Like, maybe even a Harold Landry, Kyle Van Noy, even Chop Robinson would be interesting. But I think I'm going to go defensive tackle since there's a lot still left on the board that are super solid. Although I think some of these overalls are a little inflated still. But Deron Payne, I think, is going to be the selection. Going to be a perfect nose tackle for us. And hopefully can lead us to at least a 10+ win season. And I think I'm gonna go with Dayan Henley here. Or not, he has normal dev. Oh God. What about J.O.K.? Go with him. You know what? He's a beast. Flies around the field. We could use as many solid athletes on our defense as physically possible, although they might have some conflict of interest. So we've made it to round 11, and I'm not gonna lie, there's still a lot of talent out there. I just gotta be kind of picky on what positions I go after, because I mean, like, Harrison Smith is still there, Bobby Wagner's still there, so you always know those 2 positions. You can get an older guy later at least. Now I'm wondering if I should go ahead and get ourselves a wide receiver 2 before it gets too scarce. You can go Michael Pittman potentially. Yeah, dude, this is kind of gross, not gonna lie. I think we need to go ahead and take ourselves a wide receiver 2. Let's do it. Michael Pittman, the veteran, is gonna be the selection. I mean, he's definitely gonna help make up the best wide receiver room Lamar's ever had. So in round 12, I feel like I do need to go ahead and go after an edge rusher. We still got Harold Landry. Outside of that, dude, it's pretty gross. I guess let's do it before somebody else takes some. Harold Landry is gonna be the selection. At least we get somebody that has got double-digit sacks at least once in his career. Next up, we might move back to offensive line. Not believe another year goes by and they still have the right guard position completely glitched. Like, you sort by overall and it says the best player is Nick Leverett. Let's go ahead and see if we can find the best player left. Dominique Pooney, 83 overall, still sitting here. 25-year-old in what, the 13th round, 12th round, whatever it is at this point. I feel like this is kind of a little bit of a steal. 8th best right guard in the entire league, and luckily he's ours. Oh no, some of our older folks finally got drafted. So Bobby Wagner is gone by the 14th round, and I think the same with our guy Harrison Smith. You know what, dude? Let's go ahead and try to fill out the offensive line. Ryan Kelly, 83 rated. Definitely not the worst center option in the entire universe. I mean, 6th best center in the league, and he's got some swag. And I do feel like it's time to move back over to defense. But the question is, what position? So we did miss out on one solid stud, old free safety. Why not take another here? 81 rated, Kevin Byard. We can bring him back to Tennessee. Used to be our captain, used to be our leader. Hopefully, we can still use that veteran leadership, and he can lead us to a Super Bowl. I'm gonna go ahead and keep selecting until round 20, and then it's up to the CPU to finish out our draft. So we got to make sure we make the best possible picks for the next 4 or 5 selections. Now, I do want myself a stud middle linebacker, and Shaq Thompson, I mean, he has some promise. I mean, again, he is a little on up there in age, but another valuable asset for us. Round 17, I believe from here, we can go ahead and finish out our offensive line. John Simpson, best left guard on the board. Not a good dev trait, but solid at an 82 rated. Hey, dude, finally, at least we drafted somebody that's loyal to us. 3 more picks to go, boys. Have got to be smart. Just curious at this point, pinpoint the quarterbacks available. We still have like Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins. Outside of that, dude, it's pretty grim. We go ahead and get ourselves a wide receiver 3. And Keenan Allen's still there, but it's pretty bad. I mean, talk about building the old person's home. I mean, we do need ourselves a good cornerback number 2. And Darius Slay, 84 rated, is just still sitting there. I got his jersey at the Super Bowl last year. So with that personal connection, let's go ahead and make the pick here. 2 more picks, boys. We have got to be methodical. I do need another edge rusher, but it's like, is any of these guys even worth it? Wait, hold on. I did see somebody that I believe is worth it. I know he's not the highest overall, but Dallas Turner, the highest rated defensive pick last year, only 22 years old, star development, not a high rated, but at the end of the day, dude, I feel like he could develop for us and maybe turn into a monster, hopefully, this season. Don't let me down, Dallas. Oh, God, dude. Our 20th selection here before we go see how well our team performs this next season. I'm thinking about going ahead and drafting ourselves a wide receiver 3. But I want to go with somebody a little young that can actually develop. Not really many good young receivers that could develop potentially, but will look deep and far. Jaden Higgins might be the best bet. Hidden development player, 2nd round pick of the Texans, another big 6'4" guy. I mean, screw it, dude. Let's do it. Hopefully, Jaden Higgins can turn into a stud. Oh, God. With that, dude, the rest of this draft all comes down to the computer. Our team in draft number 1 comes in as an 87 overall. Now, I literally don't see a single weakness in this entire offense. I mean, a great receiving room, obviously insane weapons, an extremely solid offensive line. I feel like it might just be the defense that worries me a little bit, as we have some youngsters starting for us. Pass rush could definitely be an issue, but at least I think our secondary is extremely solid, but it's just the pass rush that kind of has me a little worried. At the end of the day, we end up with an 87 overall, 93 offense, but an 81 defense. The big question, boys, is whether or not this offense can actually lead us to a playoff berth. Oh, God, here goes nothing, brother. Time to simulate to the playoffs. And keep in mind, we need 30 wins over 3 drafts. So we need to average at least 10 wins per fantasy draft. I mean, obviously, I would much rather get 15, 16, 17 wins here, because that would make our last 2 drafts very simple on me. But realistically, with this being the only draft I can actually select whoever I want, whenever I want, I really hope we can at bare minimum get like 12, 13 wins here. I'll be happy with that. Oh, God, dude. Here goes nothing. For all I know, we missed the playoffs. For all I know, we won 5 games. At the end of the season, we end up, okay, so spoiler, we're in the wild card round with 11 wins. So I guess at the end of the day, dude, I'll take that. We actually start off the season extremely hot, but unfortunately, have lost 4 out of our last 5, or we could have potentially won 15 games this season. I definitely wouldn't mind if we went ahead and won the Super Bowl here. Let's see, Lamar Jackson, pretty solid season, didn't do too much through the air. Saquon went the frick off. Like our receivers didn't do too much, unfortunately. To my surprise, our edge rushers actually didn't do too shabby. I mean, we finished with the top 10 offense and an even better defense. What in the world? So let's see if we can do it, man. Can our team somehow, some way, make it to the Super Bowl after our first fantasy draft? Unfortunately, no. Now, the good news is that we did actually win our first round game, which does count towards our total. But unfortunately, those pesky Patriots got past us. Brock Purdy, the Dream Destroyer. But at the end of Challenge 1, I'm not too mad pulling out 12 wins. Although, I don't know if we'll get so lucky here in Challenge number 2, where in this fantasy draft, I have to keep our team's average age 28 or younger. So unfortunately, no more draft to the old person's home. Here goes nothing, brother. Can we get ourselves another top 5 pick in back-to-back drafts? Oh, God, no. Well, fellas, I'm not gonna lie, we might already be screwed, because the best quarterback available at this point in time is Matthew Stafford. And even if I did want to draft him, dude, he's 37 years old. Oh, God, dude, what did I just get myself into? Who's like the best overall player that's not 95? Like, do I just start off with a good left tackle or something? Or do I start off with like a Jahmyr Gibbs? Because again, I know there's a lot of running backs that make it into the later rounds of the draft, but we would get ourselves one of the best in the league. We would start our team's average age at 23, which would give us some wiggle room. Again, this could be screwing me up so bad, but Jahmyr Gibbs, I think honestly, he is the best pick at this point in time. So like I said, again, a lot more wiggle room here in round number 2. Saquon's still there, which is kind of nuts. Lane Johnson would bring our average age to like 40, but we could take a Penei Sewell, who's 24 years old. Oh my god, I think with these first 2 picks, like I said, it's gonna give us a lot of wiggle room. So I just kind of like spontaneously did that, but again, I think it's a smart pick. And my question here in round 3 is who is still available at quarterback? Oh god. Fellas, what in the world do I do here? Like, do I need to go ahead and take like a Michael Penix? He's 25, which is fine. So if I wait, I know there'll be like an Aaron Rodgers later, but again, dude, he is 41 years old. I don't know if I'll ever be able to take him. Or do I just go ahead and make sure I get like a Geno Smith type? You know what? If Geno Smith is here in round 5, I'll go ahead and take him. But for now, I need to look elsewhere. I could make sure whoever we take at quarterback has at least a good tight end threat. Trey McBride here, only 25 years old. Again, I feel like he's a really good option. I really hope I'm making the right decisions here, boys. Trey McBride, in my head, you're the smart pick. We're here in round number 4 at quarterback. Geno Smith is gone. Oh my god, dude, like, should I go ahead and take like a Justin Fields, or should I go ahead and take Cam Ward? You know what? I'm gonna do it before anything else bad happens. Like, I can't afford to take one of those older guys, and I gotta make sure I get somebody half decent, because Cam Ward, at least, even though he's a 72 rated, can develop. Oh, this is gonna screw us up so bad. We got so shafted getting such a bad pick. But I guess, man, Cam Ward, why is Roger Goodell just randomly popping out? It's the first time Roger Goodell's appeared today. I mean, at least I look stoked. Cam Ward, please lead us to the promised land, brother. Round 5, though, I feel like we need to go ahead. Did I just accidentally skip my pick? Oh my god, I think I did. I think I accidentally just skipped my pick. Oh lord, what have I done? We took Trayvon Diggs, 84 rated cornerback with a round 5 pick who's 27 years old. Oh man, I'm screwing everything up. I mean, it's not like it screws up our average age too much, but like, my god, dude. Like, I didn't mean to take him. It means I need to be even more meticulous with my next few selections. I've only drafted 1 defensive player at this point. I was kind of thinking about going Andrew Thomas here, because I know he's definitely not the oldest. He's only 26, but I feel like I have got to go after defense here. I could go after a Bobby Wagner, Demario Davis, or Levante David a little bit later, although they're definitely going to up the average age quite a bit. What about safety? What's still there? Harrison Smith, that would definitely up the age. Ufanga, I mean, he's not too old. I think we need to get ourselves a stud defensive end, and this is tricky. Marcus Lawrence, superstar, he's 33, but I feel like we desperately need some edge help. So hopefully it doesn't absolutely destroy our average age. It brings it up to 25.8. So what in the world is the move here in the 7th round? I know that we do not have a wide receiver yet, and I feel like that's pretty important. And I think, again, we need to go with the old guy here, Cortland Sutton. We have got to get ourselves a bona fide wide receiver 1. I know he's only 29, but still going to bump the average age up quite a bit, but we desperately need ourselves a good wide receiver target for Cam Ward. Average age now is 26.3. So let's be smart here, boys. Let's be smart. Part of me wants to go and take Hufanga here. He's only 25, so I actually lower the age a little bit. Screw it, dude. I'll take myself a stud safety who actually wants to be here. Now, we do not have a left tackle yet. There's still some good ones on the board, but again, unfortunately, I know they're kind of old. Garrett Bowles is 33. That would destroy us. Holton Miller is only 29, so maybe he could be the option. Taylor Decker is 31, so yeah, I think we're going to do it. Colton Miller is going to be selection. Big 6'8" offensive tackle. We need somebody to protect Cam Ward's blind side. Only bumps the average age up to 26.4. Halfway through, now to round 10. Hopefully, we don't screw things up here. If we end up with an average age over 28 with our picks, dude, I forfeit all these wins, which basically means we'd automatically fail today's challenge unless we won the Super Bowl in our 3rd fantasy draft. Now, I'm wondering if I should go ahead and do it, man. Bobby Wagner, since we have a little bit of wiggle room, he's 35 years old, but he is so good, dude. A leader on this team. You saw what happened in Washington once he signed there. Let's go ahead and do it. Add the 35-year-old, add a little juice to this defense. I really hope this doesn't bump our average age over 28. If so, brother, we might be screwed. Average age after the Bobby Wagner pick is 27.3, so we're starting to push it a little bit. So let's be a little careful here in round number 11. I say that, like, maybe we work backwards, because I kind of want to go draft Harrison Smith here, which I do believe if we take him, that would bump our average age over 28, but I still have 8 rounds to get it underneath. But again, he'll be drafted any round now, but you really can't put a price on the experience that you get from these 2 guys. But oh god that, dude. Bumps the squad's age to 28.1. So here in round 12, brother, we have got to get a youngster. You know, I actually have the perfect guy in mind. At defensive tackle here, Tavondre Sweat. Current Tennessee Titans, only 24 years old, although we need a speed rusher for our defense. Oh no. We need to bring that average age down. At the same time, we get ourselves a big boy. And thankfully, that brings us back down under 28. Let's keep it rolling, boys, here in round 13. I know I need a wide receiver too, but unfortunately, the best wide receivers are kind of old. Best rookie receiver at this point is once again Jaden Higgins. I don't really want to draft him 2 times in a row. So maybe we do take a little leap of faith here and draft maybe Juwan Jennings, or we could just go Romeo Dubs, who's only 25. You know what? Having him as wide receiver 2 wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Need a breakout from you, Romeo. Round 14, we definitely need to add some talent. Best player at this point is Nick Chubb. We could go ahead and get Puna Ford, who I was kind of looking at earlier. He's 29. I think our average age should stay under 28 even with this selection. You can't really have too many talented defensive tackles. So Puna, hopefully you're a good pick here. I know you'll be productive for us, and thankfully still under 28. 5 more selections to go. I just skipped it again. Oh my god, why am I so stupid? If we went and drafted Aaron Rodgers, we're screwed. We went and drafted Cordero Fly. Like what in the world is this, man? At least it brings the average age down a little bit. Oh, God. Now I gotta lock in even more, boys, because things have not been looking good lately. I love that I have to manually sit here and search through all the right guards to really find the best rated, which I desperately need because we don't have any good guards right now. Titus Howard, you're 29. I think you'll be fine to add to the squad. Still have a little wiggle room. Our cornerback room sucks. So can I afford to take 34-year-old Darius Slay? Screw it, dude. We're doing it. I mean, it's a good player added to the squad, but just like, what's it going to do to this average age? We are now barely under the threshold with 3 picks to go, boys. So we absolutely need a left guard. I can't take Isaac. I know he's like 30. Steve Avila, though. He's 76 overall, 25 years old. I mean, we need somebody to start left guard, and why not a 25-year-old to help bring the average age down at least a little bit? Surely I don't screw this up, right? I don't even have a right edge right now, boys. What do I do? Nor do I have a Sam linebacker, and I don't even have a weak side linebacker either. Hopefully one of you guys are young. That just sounds so wrong. Singleton, you're 31. That might be a little bit too risky. EJ Speed, you're 30. I might do it though. Either him or EJ Speed. I don't think only being 30, it should bump it up that much, right? Oh god, this is a risk, because if it goes over 28, man, it will all come down to our last pick. So EJ Speed is going to be the selection, and it does bump the average age up, but only to 27.8. So it all comes down to this, fellas. I feel like I'm okay, but at the end of the day, I am somebody that has been known to take some risk in his life. But I do know we desperately at this point need a right edge rusher. Are there any rookies that can make this easy on me? I mean, it really doesn't look too promising. Maybe Joe Tryon. I mean, he's 26, has normal dev. I think a 74 overall should be okay. And once we make this selection, our final team average age is 27.75. So we completed the age requirement by the skin of our shafts. Oh god, let's see, dude. Our team overall comes in at an 85, then 87 offense and 84 defense. Honestly, that's not too terribly bad. I mean, the offensive line in the interior is kind of sketchy, but I mean, Cam Ward, the young quarterback, has some okay weapons to throw to in Cortland Sutton, Trey McBride, and Romeo Dubs. If anything, has a pretty decent running back to hand the ball off to. Just really don't know about this defense, though. Like, no real superstars, but at least we got some quality veterans. But to stay on track to complete today's challenge, we need to win bare minimum 10 games here. 10 wins this season, and I'll feel very, very confident going into the third and final challenge, which could possibly be the hardest. Oh god, moment of truth. Do we at least make the playoffs? 10 wins on the freaking dot. Let's go. Brings us up to 22 on the day, and we still have the playoffs to go. I mean, we finished with a top 5 offense. It was the defense that was kind of mid. I mean, my god, Cameron, this is insane for a rookie quarterback. Honestly, Jahmyr Gibbs was a little bit of a letdown, and through the air, Cortland Sutton was phenomenal. What Dontavian Wicks went on, and what a selection Romeo Dubs was with his 13 touchdowns. Oh my god, what a selection DeMarcus Lawrence was. 19 sacks. I kind of was concerned with how old he was. I had to make a choice on the spot, dude. I think it's safe to say I made the right one. Because outside of that, and Puna, who's also a risky pick, literally nobody else could get to the quarterback. I mean, the team's up to an 86 overall. Dude, Cam Ward in just one season, man, went from a 72 overall rookie quarterback all the way up to an 88. You freaking legend. So now, what are the odds he could actually lead us to the Super Bowl, at least win another playoff game, help our total out a little bit? And we got an achievement. Rookie of the Year. So that's probably Cam Ward. I was really hoping that was something about the Super Bowl. Did we make it? No. Oh, God, it's the Falcons, which means we did, in fact, get first rounded. That means we at least have to win 8 games in our final challenge, or we fail today, which in our third and final challenge, we get to only draft 10 rounds in a snake format, but I do get to make 3 trades of my choice afterwards. So this entire challenge all comes down to this. Hope to God we get ourselves a pretty decent draft position here so we can get ourselves a quarterback, at least better than pick 30 like last draft. Please give me a top 5 pick, I beg. God dang it, we get 27. Oh my gosh, dude, that is so unfreaking fortunate. Like, the best quarterback we get right now is Matthew Stafford. Like, we can get a Jerry Goff, we can get a Dak Prescott, a Jordan Love. We also still can get a Tyreek Hill, Terry McLaurin, George Kittle's still out there. Got ourselves some solid offensive linemen left. Maybe I take a little bit of a different approach here and actually go with an edge rusher. But the question is who? Trey Hendrickson, Danielle Hunter, Josh Allen, Will Anderson, Greg Rousseau? Let's go right edge. And I think I'm actually gonna go with Josh Allen. We'd like 20-something sacks from you, buddy. God dang it. A bunch of the quarterbacks was just selected. So on the board, brother, at this point in time, we just have Matt Stafford. That's really it, dude. So I very well might have to use one of my 3 trades on a quarterback at the end of everything. Let's focus what we can focus on right here. And I think I might go Trent Williams, or I could go defense again. I haven't had a chance to get Fred Warner, or I'm not gonna be able to pick for a while. I'm not gonna be able to pick until the end of the 3rd round. I'm actually thinking about going and getting a wide receiver, which would get Terry Mack. We could get Drake London. This is tough, dude. Terry Mack is 29, Drake London is 24. Let's do it, dude. Had a breakout season a year ago, superstar X Factor. Gotta add ourselves a true alpha wide receiver number 1. Oh God, dude. Geno Smith is the best quarterback on the board, by the way. Just thought I'd point that out there. Oh Lord, what do we do now? Could give myself a solid safety. Do I go Minka? Do I maybe go Derwin James? You know what, dude? Let's go Derwin James. Superstar X Factor. Let's go ahead and add another one to the squad. Anyone that comes out in that baby blue vest is fine by me. Luckily, we get a pick immediately after here in the 4th round. Oh, I just simulated. Why do I keep doing that? Why? I just literally skipped a round and a half. Oh my gosh. I just like, it's always on the skip ahead button instead of the make your selection button. I'm like, I hate myself. I hate it. Can't believe it's the 3rd time I've done that. Now, and we got Geno Smith, dude. Oh my God. Oh, I can't believe we just wasted the pick there, dude. We're gonna fail the challenge. We're gonna fail it. You know what? I'm just gonna go top rated player, Trent Williams. We need a left tackle. Best player on the board. I need somebody high overall to make up for that freaking nonsense. Why does Roger randomly come out? He only comes out at certain instances. I don't get it. This is the 4th round, brother. What are we doing? I mean, at least Trent's happy, although there is a conflict of interest. Now that I think about it, dude, we still do not have a running back, which Josh Jacobs is the best on the board. You also have Kenneth Walker. Still got Bucky. Think I'm gonna go Kenneth Walker. He's a scheme fit for us, superstar running back. Welcome to the squad, brother. Now, I'm hoping we can pick up a tight end here in the 7th round, and of course, the guys I wanted are gone. I mean, I guess Travis Kelce is still here. We picked the Chiefs for this last team. I guess we'll bring them back to Kansas City here. 2nd time we drafted them today. I mean, I guess you can't go wrong with a 93 rated tight end. 3 more picks is all I get here, brother. And honestly, I might once again go one of the highest rated players left on the board. for Grover Stewart, 91 rated defensive tackle. He's a perfect scheme fit, and the old vest confirms this was the right selection. Gotta make these last 2 picks count, boys. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take another offensive tackle, and I'm kind of feeling Spencer Brown here. We have the same last name. Actually, we have the same initials. He is hideous. 10th and final pick, man. Then it all comes down to the CPU. I gotta make sure I lock in here and make the right decision. Okay, one of the highest rated players left in the entire draft, right guard Kevin Zeitler, or whoever ends up playing quarterback for us. At least at the end of the day, he's going to have himself some super solid pass protection. What are those teeth? God dang, dude. All now down to the CPU. Then we get 3 trades to make. Surely we can win 8 games this season, right? First, need to see how the old team ended up. We come in as an 86 overall, our second highest rated team yet, an 89 offense, and an 84 defense. Imagine what that offense overall can get to once we actually improve at quarterback. Hopefully, anyway. Now, if it's up to me, we will also do quite a bit of improving on this defense. Definitely need a better linebacker core. Maybe could use a more experienced cornerback or 2. Honestly, I wouldn't mind a better wide receiver. But remember, I only get 3 trades here. And I'm absolutely going to use Geno as a piece. There's just absolutely no way I'm going to be able to trade for the Patrick Mahomes of the world. I'm probably going to have to settle for somebody like maybe an 85 rated Jaden Daniels potentially. What if we threw in our first round selection? Not even freaking close. Like, I'd even take a Matthew Stafford with him being an 88 rated. I just don't know how much it would actually take here. I just want to submit this straight up just to see where things are standing about halfway through. So we might actually be able to get this deal done without getting rid of our first round pick. Let's go with a second round selection from 2027. Okay, we might have to use the first round pick, but I think an 8 overall increase at quarterback is 100% worth it. About a second from this year, not even close. Might have to use that first round selection, and it's still in the green, man. We'll throw in Ray McLeod and Gerald Everett. I don't even think it bumped up at all. Man, is there a better option out there than Matthew Stafford for us? Like, we have to settle for like an 85 rated Baker Mayfield potentially. Let's see. I mean, really, it's about the same as the Matthew Stafford trade. I will attempt it with the first round selection added in. Come on, brother. We need this badly. It's still in the green. It's not gonna happen. My God, dude, what in the world do we do here? What about Jared Goff instead? Okay, it's even worse off. I guess we do go back to Matthew Stafford, be the best bang for our buck. Matthew Stafford for a first round selection. I'll throw in a 4th as well. Go with the future 3rd, submit it through. A trade has still declined. Oh, this is so much more difficult than what I anticipated, boys. Let's go with a 2nd rounder from 2028, and the trade is still declined. Maybe I can throw in a Raheem Mostert. Got closer. What about Ray McLeod? That is unbelievable. So what if we made it a 3rd round selection from this year instead? Surely that's enough. What in the world? What if we trade away this right tackle instead? Trade finally accepted. We have ourselves our brand new starting quarterback, which we still have 2 more trades we can make, but it will be kind of difficult when you consider we just use a ton of our better trade assets. If we can, let's try and improve the Sam linebacker position. Which, crazy enough, I think the highest rated Sam linebacker in the entire game is Leo here, 84 rated. So let's try to bring him in, and also at the same time see if we can double dip, get something else. Remember, it's just 2 trades I can make, not just 2 players. So if we can get a bunch of players in this deal, that's fine. I still have another one to make. But it might not even be possible with the few draft picks that we have left. We could use a better left guard, so I wouldn't mind John Simpson. And what are the odds we could bring in J.C. Horn? Let's just try a bunch of draft picks off the rip. 2 seconds and a 1st. And then the trade's about halfway to being accepted. So what if we threw in Stephon Gilmore? Also our current starting left guard. That change anything? It is in the green now, boys. What if we threw in a 3rd for next year? And the trade still declined. So unfortunately, J.C. Horn might be outside of our price range. But let's see if we can bring somebody else in that can at least start for us. I mean, maybe Bobby potentially, which would be a slight upgrade over Zaire Franklin. How about this instead? Trade is in the green, but I I do believe we are getting somewhere here, boys. No decline, but we are super close. So what if we threw in a 4th from this year? Trade is officially accepted. We now have a brand new starting Sam linebacker, left guard, and Mike linebacker. One more trade, boys. We have one more 3rd round selection and one more 1st from 2028. So what in the world can we package this into? I mean, we could get Roma Dunze, JOK, DJ Reed. I mean, we'll have some decent options. I wouldn't mind adding another solid option at wide receiver. Like, what about a T. Higgins type? Is this enough for him? No. What about a DJ Moore? Still no. Maybe a DK Metcalf? Trade is officially accepted. We have ourselves our new wide receiver too. This is it, dude. The team we need to win us at least 8 games this season. I mean, at the end of the day, we got the squad up to a 90 overall with a 93 offense and 87 defense. Like, the only real weakness that we have on offense is probably the center position, and outside of that, dude, we have weapons everywhere. We just really need Matt Stafford not to fall off hard this season. And defense isn't shabby either. Got an incredible defensive line, a good linebacker core. We are just a little bit thin at corner, but surely this team, you know, being a 90 overall and all, is good enough to at least win 8 games. So everything literally comes down to the click of a button. At this point, dude, everything is in the hands of the Madden simulation gods. Oh god, here we freaking go. Please tell me, surely we made the freaking playoffs. We are in the playoffs as we finish the season 10-7. At least 32 wins in 3 seasons, thank God. And we still have a chance here to win a Super Bowl. Finish with the 3rd best offense with a relatively mid defense. I mean, Matthew Stafford definitely ended up not being a bad option. Kenneth Walker was solid. Thank God we ended up trading for DK Metcalf. And thank God for the Josh Allen pick, because outside of that, dude, nobody else could get to the quarterback. So can we finally, 3rd try of asking, win a freaking Super Bowl? With the extra playoff win, that does bring our final total to 33, which I definitely consider a massive success, especially with the unfortunate adversity we faced today. Now, if you enjoyed that one, you can click right here to watch another Madden 26 banger. Also, while you're still here, click subscribe. I'm desperate.